Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. It is pretty much a really bold move that is going to change everything, right? I've already seen that in the first part, and because we started with a major arcana, which is, the last major arcana, the world card in the first part, talking about, taking on the world. Capricorn, are you ready to take on the world? And I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, it's big because it's going to shut a door on your past in a sense. So this extended is initiated with the death card. And this death card was talking about, it wasn't a question as this one was, it was actually an affirmation, like saying there's no going back. Once you open this door, there is no going back. It's like there is this slamming the door shut behind you and not looking backwards. Once you decide to open this door, right? Once you decide to take on the world, once you decide to make this big move, it is big because it's like there will be like a before and after. And whatever it is, remember, it's still talking about how if you let your heart lead you, right, it will always show you the truth from the illusion, from the fear. So even though it can be very scary because it's definite, it's almost like there is this it's like checkmate, right? This is what I was trying to find the word, because I was like seeing the the piece of chess, falling down. So it's like a checkmate. So there is no going backwards, and it can be scary because it's almost like you're trying to hold on to the last bit of stability that you can. So here we have the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Let's begin actually with the the Ace of Wands, because this chess piece falling down, because it's final. It is final. It's something that there is no way to go back once you moved, once you decided to take on this step. I don't know if you know this, but if you've seen other of my readings, you probably know this. But this card, this Ace of Wands, I know that Wands is representing fire, but to me, because of the image, sometimes I see it as a tree. And I was seeing like you hanging by a thread to a tree. So what this was saying, as this visual image was showing me, it's like you're trying to hold on to the last bit of stability that you can, right? If we think of a tree, something that is very steady, very big, very earthy, very grounded, this is what will bring you the sense of stability in times of great change. But this is where you will have to trust your heart, because in letting go of this last bit of stability, right? When you let go of this branch of the tree, and it's like this card, this Nine of Swords, was showing me you falling on a void, like basically on nothing, on emptiness, right? So it's almost like this, right? It's like you're going to land on your heart, but there is like you're being required, Capricorn, to let go of the last thing that you're holding tightly, because you don't want to lose this bit of, well, perhaps it has to do with the confidence, right? The belt. Maybe you are being requested to let go of even that belt, right? Because it was just a tool. And whatever it is that you are doing now, it's like it's so life-changing that you can no longer, it's like there is nothing that you can take from the old world to the new world. Like once you cross this door, it's like you have to go naked, right? Or it's like you go through the filter of this void of the Nine of Swords, and this is what sits in between the 10 and the 8 that we saw in the first part. So these two cards are, it's almost like they are the periphery interferes, right? It's almost like these two are surrounding the void, right? It's almost like they were touching the void, but they were not fully throwing you in the void, right? And once you let go of this branch of the tree that is this last bit of stability and allow yourself to fall into this void, it's like you stop going round and round and round, you know, in circles and feeding this, you know, the periphery of your inner fears, and you knock them, it's like right in the middle, right? Because it's almost like this void is not made of fear. The fear is around it. The fear is like this tunnel, right? It's like these arrows in on the sides. So it's like this this tunnel, this elevator that is void, right? There is nothing there, and there is fear in letting go and, you know, letting yourself fall. But the thing is, with this Ace of Cups here, it's like there is a really fluffy cushion that you're going to fall over. And this is, well, I was going to say this is more than you could have wished for or than you could have asked for, because this is actually who you truly are and who you, it's like in becoming aware that this battle is always going to be there, no matter where you are or what stage of life you are, no matter, you know, if you're going through a more ordinary kind of moment or, you know, a life-changing moment such as this. It's like the inner, well, I should say that, you know, the devil only shows when, you know, the fear is big enough because the change is big enough. But this is also when your heart comes full force, right? It's like it is going to give you this place of soft landing. It's what I just heard, which is so beautiful, because it's like you're not expecting to receive this amount of, it's like this this soft pillow, right? It's like so fluffy and so it's like I just want to stay here. So when you land here, it's like the time in the void will, it's not that it's going to be forgotten. It's like the fear that you felt previously, right, to this falling, you, like, the fear will no longer be there. And this is what is going to keep you going, because I feel like that's the thing. This inner battle, it's going to accompany you no matter where you go, no matter where you land, but you are going to land on a soft spot, right? You are going to land on a place of love. So trust that this love is going to multiply, because it is, right? After the Ace of Cups, we have the Three of Cups. So what I'm seeing here, it's like if I was seeing you falling down, right? This sword in the middle, like falling in this void, right? It's like it was surrounded by fear, but the void itself is, it's void, right? It's neutral, right? It's not fear triggering. When you land, it's like here you are, right? It's like you were landing in the Two of Cups in a sense. So Well, to me, the Three of Cups usually brings this message of co-creation, and a co-creation from the heart, right? When you find people that resonate in the same frequency as you. But this is you landing in a soft spot, you landing in your own heart. It's like you realizing that following the guidance of your heart will always lead you to not only the right people and the right support, right? It's like the right lending patch. It's like it's soft and sweet and loving and kind, and it's just so it's just so beautiful. I don't know which words to describe it, because it's like a feeling that is so, it's just like you can only feel it. I hope I can describe it well enough. Because it's like being surrounded by fluffy pillows and, you know, a warm cozy bed. And oh, okay. So remember, okay, coming back to this, remember when you were holding on to that last branch of the tree and you were trying to find stability in the midst of great change, right? When you land, right, in this Two of Cups or Three of Cups, right? The way that you see things now, instead of being guided by fear, it's like there is a flip in you, because you have been through the void, in a sense. You have been through this, it's not an empty space, although it is. It's like a neutral space. That's the better way to say it. It's like you are going through a place of such neutrality that you are able to distinguish the place that you came from and the place that you landed. And that's why whatever you're feeling now that you are on the other side of the void, it's like it has the ability to co-create from the heart, from love. And that is why the new path, right? If we had, you know, the Nine of Swords here, now we have the Nine of Wands, which, if you've seen my last 2 or 3 readings, or even more, I don't even know now, but you know, lately this Nine of Wands is coming through as this beautiful path of blooming flowers, and how it is opening up for you. And even like, it's not only the path ahead, it's almost like the void that you have just come through. It's like it's seen with the beauty of the flowers, even though it was pretty neutral, or like you know, devoid from the, because it was, you know, surrounded by fears. But in it there is no fear, it's just empty or neutral. So when you're ready to co-create, because you have landed in this soft spot, you are ready to see the path ahead and the path that you previously walked through, or that you came through, as one of beauty. And this path of beauty is going to help you see, ooh, I hope I can hold all of these. So Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords. All of these cards are talking about this preparation that, you know, ahead of you. Even though this path is really beautiful, it's like you will always be surrounded by the possibility of those inner fears coming back. Remember when I was talking about, you know, these 2 cards from the first part, the 10 and the 8, being, you know, the surrounding cards of this Nine of Swords. So it's like your fears coming one by one and then multiplying very fast. It's like they are masking, in a sense, the void that is like the, oh, that's the thing. Oh, wow, thank you. Okay, so I just had like this image. It's like the surrounding, you know, the belt of fear that perhaps you had to wear, like the belt of confidence to deal with the belt of fears, is because they are, in a sense, protecting this shortcut towards this very incredible transformation. It is like the fast forward you know, button that you get to push once you decide to open the door. But opening this door, it's almost like this Ace of Wands now is coming through as the door handle. Like, this is the door handle that you are required to turn, but turning it is, it's not actually, you know, pushing the door open or pulling the door open, whatever way. It's more like letting go of this last branch of the tree. And this is what really drops you, in a sense, to this void, to this tunnel that is neutral, because it's just surrounded by fears. And actually is bringing me back to something that Sen speaks a lot about in her videos, about the fear threshold. And this is what is actually showing up. It's like this this funnel, right? Or this it's like this surrounding devilish energy, right? It's almost like they are there purposefully to protect this void, because they know, well, who are they, you know? But this devil energy, this deceitful this illusion, right, the illusion of fear, is there to protect this. It's like the catalyst, the catalyst for transformation. That's why, you know, in general, we fear such big changes, because it's like we're getting closer and closer and closer to this void. But it's like, since we don't know what it's like inside, we assume many things. But letting go, it's like the door handle is not like to hold it, is, but it's like to let it go, right? The actual way to open the door of the Death card is like letting go of this piece of stability and falling into this void, and finding that on the other side you're actually coming through to it's like to a much more coherent vibration to your heart. And so then you're ready to co-create with this full frequency of the heart, because it is going to open up this path of flowers, which you are going to be surrounded by fears still. It's almost like by going through this process, you are not going to alienate or to dissolve or to stop the fear. It's like all of the self-doubting mechanisms are still going to surround you, but now it's like you are going to be much more protected, right? It's almost like the flowers are now your, well, that's the thing, right? If this, you know, usually it's, that is so beautiful. So I love when the cards, you know, have deeper meanings once the reading gets going. So usually I see the crown of the Emperor as a crown of flowers, and, you know, being the path of flowers here that is opening up for you once you land into this heart, to this big heart of yours. It's like you are capable of replacing, in a sense, right, the fake it until you make it belt of confidence that you used to wear to win the battle, or to face the inner battles, and to, you know, come closer to the edge of this void and to the edge of this doorway that is not actually, it's like you do not get to push this door open. It's going to open up itself, you know, just, it's like by default, it's only going to open up once you let go of the last bit of thing that you're attached to. So this fear will always be there. It's almost like a reminder of the process. It's like, even though, yes, you landed in a place of extreme love, of extreme serenity, and it's like you are, it's almost like you're being surrounded and inundated, is that a word? It's like you are being embraced by love, to the point that now you get to co-create with love as the essence, as the main instrument, as the main tool. But this fear, it's almost like it's working to your favor. because it's also guiding you, especially because, you know, at the bottom of the deck we have the Star. So this is the guidance. It's like the fear threshold, like Sen says, it has purpose, right? It's almost like it is providing you this confidence that is not going to be fake for long enough. It's going to be translated, instead of a belt that you wear around your waist, it's going to unfold as this path of flowers that is like, it's going to create this bubble of love in a sense. And even though the fear will still be around you, it's like the same, it's almost the same void, right, that is surrounded by fear, but really you are, it's almost like you're in a bubble of flower, beauty, and love. And this is the guidance. It's like, trust that. It's like, do not pay attention too much about the fears, because the fear will always be there. It's almost like it's by default, right? It's by design that it is surrounding things that are so incredibly beautiful, incredibly pure. But that's the thing, the fear is only on the edges, right? The core of it is love and its beauty and its purity. So trust that. I mean, this card here at the bottom of the deck is like, just trust that no matter how much, you know, your fears are trying to enter the room or enter this bubble of love and, you know, interfere in this new path, it's like you are ready to co-create from love. So you're ready to take this big step, because it's like this, it's almost coming through as like this boost, right? The Star is like, it's always going to be there. It's like this sign that it's always going to show you the right path. So it doesn't matter how scary it gets, trust it. Like, trust that you will land in a soft spot, Capricorn. So let's see what the astrological runes have to add as a final guidance for you, Capricorn. Two runes, okay. Yeah, okay. So we have midheaven and we have Neptune. I feel like the midheaven came on yesterday's reading, or perhaps the one before that. But the midheaven, you know, in every birth chart there is a midheaven, and it changes signs depending on your ascendant, right? So midheaven to me has the symbolism of a treetop, because it's like this blooming of a beautiful, beautiful tree. But it comes through when you, well, Neptune is, you know, this god of spirituality, right? Of the unseen, of the untouched, of the extreme subtle energies. And that's the reason why Neptune accentuates our gifts, our psychic gifts, our ability to see what is not perceivable with the human body, but with our spirit. And so this midheaven and Neptune being these two final guidances here for you, Capricorn, they're talking about no matter how much you have to trust your inner heart, your inner gut, your intuitive sign or ability to see what is unseen, trust it, because you are going to land exactly where you need, because it's like you're going to land in the core of who you are, right? Your heart. So by landing there, it's like you will find the purpose for your life, or for the reason to let go to a branch of a tree that perhaps was not even your tree, right? It's like you will find that you are able to co-create, right, from the heart, and to grow, well, a beautiful path of flowers that is actually your inner tree, right? Wanting to grow, wanting to develop, wanting to evolve into this beautiful treetop, right? Made of beautiful blossoms. And so here it's like very clear to me, trust that your intuition is leading you, right? It's guiding you. So trust that it is here for a reason, no matter how scary it is, no matter how much of your inner fears are activated. There is a reason why, you know, your inner fears are escalating, is because your life purpose, your life mission is being also ready to be fulfilled, right? But you have to trust your spirit, because it is like there is no turning back, right? That's it. um so Capricorn, I hope this was insightful for you. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.